We begin this massive project with a standard Toyota Crown, a reliable sedan destined for radical change. The team starts the teardown process immediately, removing every piece of exterior trim and factory plastic cladding. Inside the cabin, the seats and dashboard are removed to expose the bare metal floor and chassis.
Structural modifications begin now as we cut the roof pillars to alter the sedan's original roofline profile. Heavy fabrication is required to remove the rear quarter panels, preparing the chassis for the Mustang bodywork.
Sourced a vintage Mustang body shell, which will be grafted onto the modern Toyota Crown platform.
Precise laser measurements are taken to align the wheelbase of the American shell with the Japanese chassis.
The chassis rails are cut and shortened meticulously to ensure the new body fits the frame perfectly.
Using a heavy industrial hoist, the steel Mustang shell is lowered carefully onto the waiting Toyota frame.
Temporary clamps hold the metal in place while the lead fabricator spot welds the structure for stability.
Alignment is critical here, as the door gaps must match perfectly before we commit to final welding.
Custom sheet metal panels are hammered into shape to bridge the gaps between the firewall and windshield.
The team begins full seam welding along the rocker panels to permanently join the two different vehicles.
Rough welds on the pillars are ground down until the metal surface is completely smooth and seamless.
New mounting points are fabricated from steel tubing to support the heavy front fenders of the Mustang.
The classic front grille structure is mocked up and aligned with the radiator support of the Toyota.
We modify the suspension towers because the Mustang hoodline sits much lower than the original Crown.
The long hood is test fitted to ensure it clears the engine and closes without any obstruction.
Rear wheel arches are widened using pneumatic tools to accommodate the larger, aggressive muscle car-style tires. Bare metal sections are treated immediately with a rust inhibitor to protect the chassis during the build.
Attention turns to the engine bay, where we clean the power plant and
Custom mounts are fabricated to lower the engine block, improving the center of gravity and hood clearance.
A custom exhaust manifold is installed to give this Japanese engine a deeper, more aggressive, American tone.
New stainless steel fuel lines are routed carefully along the chassis to replace the aged factory pipes. A high-performance radiator is fitted with electric fans to manage engine cooling within the tighter engine bay. The team spends days block sanding the long side panels to ensure the body lines are straight. A black guide coat is sprayed over the filler to reveal any microscopic low spots or imperfections. A second, finer layer of glaze putty is applied to ensure a glass-like surface for the paint. The entire vehicle is meticulously masked off with paper and tape to prepare for the primer application. High-build gray primer is sprayed over the entire body to seal the metal and filler work completely.
Heat lamps are positioned around the vehicle to cure the primer quickly and evenly before final sanding.
Technicians wet sand the cured primer with fine grit paper to achieve an ultra-smooth base for the color.
We mix a custom metallic blue paint, a classic hue chosen to pay homage to American muscle.
The painter applies the base coat in sweeping motions, covering the hood and roof in deep blue.
Clear coat is applied next, making the paint suddenly glossy and protecting the color from UV damage.
The car bakes in the booth oven for several hours to solidify and harden the new paint.
We roll the freshly painted body out of the booth,
revealing a finish that looks absolutely showroom fresh.
Sound-deadening mats are installed on the floor to reduce road noise and give a premium feel.
The wiring harness is adapted painstakingly to connect the modern Toyota computer to classic analog Mustang gauges.
Fresh black carpet is laid down, with precise cuts made for the shifter and seatbelt anchors. The original Toyota seats are reupholstered in vintage-style leather to match the classic American muscle car aesthetic. Technicians install the newly finished seats, bolting them securely to the chassis for safety and stability. The headliner is glued carefully to the roof interior to avoid any sagging or unsightly fabric wrinkles.
Black urethane glue is applied to the frame before the front windshield glass is pressed into place.
The rear window follows, along with the chrome trim molding that defines the classic look of the era.
Mechanics install the side glass and the window regulator mechanisms to ensure smooth operation of the windows. Chrome door handles and lock cylinders are fitted, adding a touch of vintage shine to the exterior.
The classic round headlights are wired into the modern electrical system, blending old style with new reliability. We install the iconic tri-bar taillights and test the sequential turn signals for full functionality.
The chrome-plated steel bumper is bolted onto the front brackets, completing the aggressive face of the car. The rear bumper is aligned precisely to sit level with the taillights and the trunk lid.
Classic bullet-style chrome mirrors are mounted to the doors, providing a necessary retro touch to the profile.
The iconic running horse emblem is clipped into the grille center, officially branding this creation a Mustang.
We lift the car to install lowered springs and sport shocks, improving handling and the overall stance.
Brakes are upgraded with large drilled rotors and red calipers to provide modern stopping power on demand.
A set of chrome 5-spoke muscle car wheels is unpacked, chosen specifically to complete the vintage look.
Tires are mounted and balanced carefully to ensure a smooth ride at highway speeds without any vibration.
The wheels are bolted on and torqued to spec, transforming the visual stance of the vehicle instantly.
We lower the car to the ground, seeing it sit on its new suspension for the first time. Laser sensors are used to adjust the toe and camber, ensuring the car tracks straight and true.
A technician adjusts the fuel maps via laptop to optimize the engine for the new exhaust system.
The paint is polished with a rotary buffer to remove swirl marks and bring out a deep shine. Every window is cleaned thoroughly inside and out to remove fingerprints and dust from the assembly process.
Windshield wipers are installed and tested with water to ensure they clear the glass properly during rain.
Custom GT badges are applied to the front fenders, a subtle nod to the car's sporting aspirations. The trunk latch is adjusted meticulously so the lid clicks shut effortlessly without any need for force.
Interior door panels are clipped into place, covering the inner mechanisms and completing the cabin's finished look.
A vintage wood grain steering wheel is bolted to the column, connecting the driver directly to the road. The battery is connected, bringing the electrical system to life as the interior lights glow for the first time.
We test the horn and other safety features to ensure the vehicle is road legal and compliant.
All vital fluids, including oil, coolant, and brake fluid, are topped up to their correct operating levels.
The key is turned, and the engine roars to life, settling into a smooth and steady idle.
A mechanic listens closely to the engine block to check for any unusual ticking or mechanical noises.
While the engine runs, we inspect the undercarriage one last time for any fluid leaks or loose bolts. Tire shine is applied to the sidewalls, giving the rubber a wet, black look that highlights the wheels.
Chrome bumpers are polished one final time with a microfiber cloth to remove any remaining fingerprints or smudges.
The interior carpets are vacuumed thoroughly to remove any small debris or dust left from the installation process. After 145 days of labor, the car finally rolls out of the workshop into daylight. In the natural sunlight, the metallic blue paint sparkles, highlighting the aggressive body lines of the classic Mustang.
The front end presents an aggressive face, completely masking the humble Toyota origins hidden beneath the sheet metal. From the rear, the dual exhaust tips emit a gentle rumble, hinting at the modified power plant inside.
Opening the door reveals a cabin that perfectly blends vintage style with the comfort of modern ergonomics. The driver settles into the seat, buckling up and gripping the vintage wood wheel, ready for the test.
The gear lever is shifted into drive, engaging the transmission smoothly as the car prepares to move forward. We pull out onto the main road, accelerating smoothly as the suspension absorbs the bumps of the tarmac.
On the open road, the car looks indistinguishable from an original classic, turning heads as it cruises past.
From the driver's seat, the view over the long, sculpted hood creates an authentic muscle car driving experience.
The speedometer climbs steadily, the Toyota engine providing reliable power to propel the heavy steel body forward.
Through the corners, the upgraded suspension keeps the car flat and stable. Far better than an original classic.
Seen from above, the transformation is flawless, a perfect marriage of Japanese engineering and American design language.
As the sun begins to set, we return to the workshop, the test drive successfully proving the build.
The driver steps out, satisfied with the performance and the seamless integration of the two different vehicles.
Under the hood, the Crown logo remains, a secret signature of the reliable heart beating within this beast.
Comparing the original white sedan to the finished blue coupe, the extent of the fabrication work is staggering.
This project stands as a testament to the skill and vision required to build something truly unique today. The entire team gathers to celebrate the completion of a challenging 145-day journey.
Building an American icon out of a Japanese legend took patience, skill, and over 4 months of work.
We hope you enjoyed watching this incredible transformation from a humble family sedan to a muscle car legend.
Thank you for watching our documents time from your feed.